My dad is African. My
I'm a,
dad
I, I'm a,
is.
I'm a, I'm a prove. I guarantee you, I'll get you to stop saying African American and
No,
black
you can
people.
give me South Asians. Normally, other people, that's the only
Yeah, that's how. That's
terminology
how.
they
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
thus,
yeah.
I fall into having to say it because then breaking
Oh, you
something
trying to
down
identify
where
yourself with that?
right, and then Africans stay grammats here.
Matter of fact, yo, we
You
that
know,
real
because we
quick.
mix with everything, so we must.
Nah, we
So they
not.
paint
Nah,
that black power
nah,
thing.
nah.
From the book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 7. O Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh righteousness belongs like it. Righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confession of faces.
Oh, fuck.
O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces. As as at this day to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off through all the countries whither thou hast driven them because of their trespasses that they trespass against thee.
Okay.
Salakia.
Are you good? So that's talking about all the people on that sign right there. They're not going. That's why I say confusion of faces. Like that dude was just saying here because you do. All right, so I don't want to ask how old you are,
40.
but no, all right. So you familiar with the like the Vietnam War?
Yes.
Like you was taught that in school. So now you had those people on that sign who live right here in America. They went over there to fight the war,
Right.
right? So they started having sex with the women over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the babies came out, and you are who your father is. So the babies came out looking like the mother, but their seed went back to the father.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So those children are actually Israelites.
Right.
That's
And
right.
those people over there, they know that.
But what about Thomas Jefferson's children?
What
Because
you
you
mean?
know he had relations with a lot of his slaves.
Well,
So
I
he was
mean,
the only pretty much one that had a lot of
well,
mulatto
yeah, well,
kids running around still.
yeah, well, all right. So Thomas Jefferson, if I'm not mistaken, would be a Edomite.
Okay.
So that would go back. So he's not other people. Matter of fact, you get the reading material. But that's the same thing, like the confusion of faces. Because Thomas Jefferson, now he was an Edomite. Now he had children with so like a woman like you, which would be you say your dad, right? So he had with sex with two, but your children would end up looking like his children.
And what's
They
the
look white or
Moors?
whatever.
Are y'all connected any way, shape, or
No,
form with the
The
Moors?
Moors, no, the Moors were Israelites. They were just wicked. The word, you know what the word Moor means?
More, no, not. I know you have Levy, like it's different types of them.
No,
But you have to excuse me. I just had a brain
no,
surgery,
you good. No, I'm just asking.
so I'm still
What does the word Moor mean?
like what they say it is.
No, what does it mean? What do you think the word Moor means?
Like the dictionary term,
Yeah.
to have uh, more of what it is you have.
No,
Um,
not that. I'm talking about the people. No, the people that actually conquer Sicily. The word
no,
Moor.
yeah, like you say, the reason why I stopped to ask is because a lot of my memory, they say I'm not going to get back, but I know what you're talking about. But I had a bleed on my brain. My brain bled for 3 months,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to just get back information that, like, 'cause I walked past here, but I'm like, this is familiar. And I'm trying to figure out why it's familiar. So that's why I doubled back.
It's that we bring back to remembrance who you are.
Yeah.
All right, but the word Moor just means black.
Like, yeah, that's what our sister
That's all that's
Taisha Lightfoot. She's I don't know what tribe she said she's from.
Check 30.
But no, it's just I know you. Like I know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to figure out.
What we talking about?
Yeah, no, I'm saying like 'cause I had the surgery, so something made me double back. Like I don't know, me walking past, it was something familiar.
What we trying to tell you, like, what we was basically talking about right now, we talking about with this dude, like, we was reading Daniel 9 and 7, which is the confusion of faces.
Right.
Because you got a lot of guys that come out here and all they teach is black this, black this, black that.
Oh my God!
You
Now
know what I'm
that's another
saying?
thing I wanted to say that I appreciate is taking a second to give me knowledge,
That's
and
why
not
we
be
out here.
abrasive.
That's what we out here.
Not being abrasive, saying like a whore this and a who it, like when I go downtown or when I was working because now I'm on leave. That the people downtown they were very like
Yeah, all black.
yeah, and they had on this red
Stage
vest.
and all that.
Yeah, and they were so. I'm like, all that you're doing is what it is they did to us. You just switching the platform.
But I mean, you
Because
got,
like I'm saying that the white women was concubines and whores and this, that.
I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah, I
But
know,
see,
but you understand
but,
what I'm saying? Just being up, like, I was like, say I didn't know anything about what it is you were teaching. I wouldn't want to be a part of that. Because I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. Like, I don't want to be like bad.
But no, that's why I'm trying to tell you. It don't matter which is actually color red now. It goes by your spirit. Matter of fact, read that real fast.
So are you a higher rank than he is?
Brothers.
Oh,
I
y'all
mean,
are
I came into it before, but I'm gonna say
How long have you been into it?
a while.
Is it so like Israelites? Y'all Israelites? Well, my best friend, his son, well, I say Isaac's son, her son was an Israelite and he died in his sleep. But they don't know why he died, but he was like, did the things that y'all did. Like, the Lord took
From the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them.
Now this right here, what I'm explaining like what we was talking about. Them dudes downtown, you talking about it with all black. They talk black this, black that. Now them dudes would be the ones that the scripture's talking about. They'd come in, they'll see like, see this car right here. You don't know who it's who.
Right.
And they all look like white people. But some of them, they father might go back to the so-called black people. So now you try to kill all of them. Then you wrong.
Is it?
Right? That's why the Lord said, that's why the Lord said, then like you said, Thomas Jefferson.
Right.
He had babies by a slave.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it got to a point where the majority of his slaves no longer took on the dark form,
They took on
but a
Like
light
Griffin.
form, and he
Exactly.
treated them all good.
So go watch this. Go ahead, read that. That's the thing. Go ahead.
Saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way.
Now that's what you just said. Now while they slept, the enemy came and sowed tares. Right? So that's Thomas Jefferson having babies with women like him. Right? Or just Israelite women. So now he put his seed into them. Go ahead,
26, verse 26. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also.
See so now you have when now you have our seeds too. They're all mixed among them. So our seeds and ancestors, theirs is the tares. So when the blade comes to cut them all down, we all mix together. So you don't know who is who. You know what I'm saying? You could do that on a spiritual level, like that. You know what? Like this dude, we teaching this truth, which is the truth. But then you have other groups teaching, and they putting tares in your mind, like teaching falsehood. You know what I'm saying?
It's like hate.
It ain't even.
They spew hate.
Solomon, my man. We got to talk to her.
No, it's just like that's why I just.
But I mean, but the
because-
scriptures do talk about hate.
Yeah, no,
You know
I
what I'm
understand that, but like when I'm saying downtown, though, what they do is just like you want to mix. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm saying the way they come off. Say a white woman, like prime example. I seen videos of a white woman. She wanted information. She truly didn't come up to be, ignorant or pass judgment or nothing. She just wanted information. And dudes, they said, you ain't nothing, you can't never be none of this, you ain't nothing but a whore and a concubine. Okay, even if that is the truth. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like it's a way
well,
to say things.
they are dogs.
Yeah, I know they are, but I'm trying to get across what I'm trying to say.
Matter of
Can-
It was
can-
like,
can I say something
like
real
now, like even black people, like say that I like me coming up, and you can answer questions, and you know, and I explained to you I just had a brain surgery and I lost a lot of my memory. And I like y'all are familiar, and I'm trying to figure out why it is.
Let me ask you something, Queen. All right, say take brothers that's doing, you know how you say downtown. Now, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, like I tell brother Miyakala all the time, I don't get into like politics. I came for the truth.
Yeah.
So when say you see people, you know, doing, you know how what you say you're doing, you say I guess overly aggressive. I would, in my opinion, you know, and sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't in the truth that long.
Right.
So I would see them tearing down, you know, white people
Yeah.
too. Honestly, I'm gonna honestly say,
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm gonna honestly say, I care about you.
Right.
I could care less of what he said to her.
Right.
That's because only because of the history. If I ain't had nothing to work on, I wouldn't be like that.
Right.
But they didn't, you know what I mean?
DJ,
Oh,
this explain everything. This answer both of them. Because it's looking at the appearance. That's what they're doing. It ain't about appearance. This is scripture going to explain it further, right?
Verse 27. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field,
Go ahead.
from which they had it tares? He said unto them, An enemy had done this.
That's right.
The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said,
See that? Now that's what they be doing downtown. Because they see everybody that come up to them, they just look at their faces. Like, yo, that look like a tear. And now you got wheat and tares. So if you actually look at a wheat like the actual wheat and the tear, they symbolic. They look alike. So if you don't got the mindset, you don't know which is which. Like if you ain't come up on a farm or something like that, you ain't gonna be able to tell the difference. You're gonna be like, oh fuck that, this is all tares. Or this is all wheat. So you're gonna get it mixed up.
Right.
But the Lord knows all that. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. That's why I said so.
And before you finish, when he stops or gets stubble, he says slack.
Salaki.
I mean, my fault.
Salaki.
It's a lot.
Salaki.
That's like my
So
fault.
you're not Muslim, or no? It's
It's
just
like, you know what, bro? You know, people, that's another topic. That's another topic. We can get into that too. You know what I'm saying? I just want to finish this point. The prove to the reason why
Salaki
those
means
dudes.
my fault,
Yeah.
and you all
Like
are
my bad.
my bad. You're Israelite.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead,
Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them.
That's right. So why you going and try to grab all these people together? And that's basically what they be doing, going at everybody. They going at the wheat and the tares. They don't know who is who. So you might see a dude that look like you, it look like me, a him will look like me, it look like this brother. And they might be an Edomite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
or
right.
they might look like an Edomite and be a Jake.
Right.
It might be a wheat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't know.
And
That's
you
why I
have
said like
the,
they gather them all up. You know?
The albino.
That's another thing.
Like,
So that
you know,
now
and
now
the
you
only way
have
you can tell the difference between them is actually the structure, and they know.
not even that. That's like they an albino. That's an Israelite. That's a clean leper. That's leprosy. Because you got unclean lepers, which are the so-called white people, and you have clean lepers. That's what a leprosy is. That's all it is. They were stripping their melanin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they had that compression
Right.
that they had.
Right.
But you had that, and it tells you that. Matter of fact,
But it's like, what category would you put them in? Is what I'm saying. Like,
you can't. If
Because
their skin
so
like you
they're-
had all right, let's say Michael Jackson. You had that skin disease or whatever they want to
it's
say.
like,
Yeah, so now that's leprosy, right? But he's a clean leper. Why? Because he's an Israelite.
Okay.
So he's not of another nation. So they're like, oh, his skin is deformed, but he's an Israelite, so he's not like Cain. He got that mark. That mark that Cain got was leprosy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now he's an unclean leper. Why? Because Cain, he wasn't of our people.
Okay.
And he's the father of I'll say he's the father. And Esau, now you got Esau had the same spirit as Cain got, because Cain was the first murderer.
Okay.
You know, he killed his brother.
Right.
That's how you
I know
got
that.
Jacob and Esau, you got
Yeah.
Cain and Abel.
Right.
You know, they were two different people.
Right.
That's how you got Jacob and Esau, two different
Right.
people. You know? Go ahead,
He said, "Ah."
Verse 30. Let both grow together until the harvest.
That's right. So let both go together. So when it's saying that, the wheat and the tares, like right here in America, they gotta go together. So the Lord reveals who the two. Just like matter of fact, like the Lord did. You know? Because don't nobody know but the Lord knows who his men are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got dudes that come out, like you said, you got dudes downtown that
Yeah,
come
oh
out
my
there
God,
and they
it's
be doing this,
horrific.
this, and that. But I'm gonna say this too: you might have some dudes that's of that in that. Well, with them dudes that might be weak. That the Lord, that's the Lord's man. But he got to draw them out of that. You know,
Right.
that's why I said let them go together, because them dudes, they be watching videos and I'm
Yeah.
watching videos and this and that, and then the Lord will bring them to the truth,
Right.
to
Definitely.
bring them up out of that.
Definitely. And
You know?
I'm not. It's not a shocker, is what I'm saying, because I had. I'm right, and I says, even when Obama went to the White House, I had
And
cried.
matter of fact, Obama, he's a terror.
Right, but
He's
I
not-
cried because this is something my ancestors would have never thought they would witness.
Yo,
In
you know
a
what?
million years.
That's before I came to the truth, and I was on the same time.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
damn, oh, we got a black president.
Yeah,
this
but he's
before I knew the
that's what
truth.
I say.
Yeah, so I'm
And
like,
it
oh
was just
shit.
the fact color, and he's
Yeah.
not actually black.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, like
he not he a
Right.
Hamite.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, we could matter of fact, he's finish
But
that
I
up.
wanted
And
to
I'm
say,
like, we go
I
back
wanted to
this
say
way.
real quick is that like the lynching, like okay, like back when our people were lynched and hung from trees, and that's stories that we read in books, and that's stories that we were told about, and I thought I would never see anything like that in my lifetime, but I am. Thus the bullets, instead of
No.
trees
I'm-
and ropes and bullets.
I'm gonna say this. You know, they had back in the Roman times, right? Because we our people ran from the Western Africa to escape Roman persecution. But now you had with the Greeks and the Romans, you had Israelites in there that was running the society. You had Israelite Caesars. You know what I'm saying? Then you had like a whole lot of those images that they have in Greece with the athletes and all that,
Yeah.
real cut up and doing all that.
Gladiators.
Yeah, but they were Israelites.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So our people, as a matter of fact, look at the what's that? The Egyptian society. When the Egyptians were they was rolling, right?
But that's why the
Now
nose was shot off.
Joseph was an Israelite.
Right.
He and the Pharaoh, he was a Hamite.
That's right.
You know, so he was basically an Egyptian, but he made Joseph basically his right hand man. Why? Because Joseph told his dreams.
Right.
He broke it down. He decoded it. You know what I'm saying? So now with that, like even here in America, our people is in the government. That's the only reason why these societies flourish like that. Because we the Lord's people. You know? That's the same way, like this whole matter of fact, what's it, Zechariah, I think it's 11:5. You know what I'm saying? Who's possessed the slam and claim that they said that they're not guilty. They say bless the Lord for our rich. Why they say bless the Lord for our rich? Because they have us.
Right.
You know? Because we like the Lord. You go, man, if I even go back to the curses, how the Lord like we curse people, but like our hands is still blessed and all that. You know, so but we not able to take the reason why we curse because we're not able to partake of the fruits of our own labor.
Is that why,
You know?
like, everything, like, the dates back we are part of, like, the first, like, all right, I'll even talk about the emperors, things of that nature in Asia. You know, like that you had the first black emperors and things
But that was our people too.
that was us. You know,
Yeah.
we had cheeky eyes, but that was us.
No, if you look at the old,
That's white one.
yeah, if you look at the old, what's that, like, statues
Uh,
in China and all that,
Right.
they had big noses.
Yeah,
Same
that's
like,
what
like
I'm
you got the
saying.
Sphinx and all that.
right, and in
So-
Egypt,
yeah.
all the noses, I don't see
They
everything
all
else
come from us.
is still intact.
Oh,
but
matter
the
of fact,
noses are all missing
I'm
because they destroyed them.
Watch this. Yo, finish that up, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna
And are your shirts on backwards, or is that the way to write?
That's how it's gonna go. Finish that up, and watch this.
Verse 30. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn, to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn.
All right, yeah. So that's basically it. But that's just like the Lord. They say gather unto his barn and all that. He called in to who his chosen people are and all that amongst those churches. But basically, like the scriptures say, all Israel gonna be saved. You know what I'm saying? But 2/3 of our people, I forgot that sound like but 2/3 of our people, you know, are going to be cut off and die. So you're only going to have 1/3 after God says or not, especially me. Like, those people are going to be saved. You got the 144,000 children. So you got the 144,000 and their family. And the 2/3 are going right here, going to die right here. That's talking about these people right here. You know. But now, talking about Rabbi, Genesis 19,
That's a mother's
1929. Sorry, 19. Genesis 1929. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you where those people, Chinese people, come from. And that's how you know, like, because Lot was an Israelite. Not saying, well, those were Hebrew Moabites. But
like
they
website
come from
wise,
Hebrew.
like you know, because I just happened to run across you because I have to go get food for my special needs, my son. But so that's how I happened to run across you. But is there like a website or
We got a YouTube page. Watchman Philadelphia. Watchman Philadelphia. And that's our YouTube account. You can go on there. We got videos on there.
Read this while I was getting that up.
Yeah, okay.
We should say 19 what?
Start at verse 29.
Oh yeah. From the book of Genesis, chapter 19, and verse 29. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt. From the book of Genesis, chapter 19, and verse 29. And it came to pass, when God Yahushua Bahashim Yahushua destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt.
That's right. So that's talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, my bad. And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters.
Now this is telling you right here where Moab, which are the so-called Chinese people, and Ammon, which are the so-called Japanese people. It's telling you where they come from. Go ahead, now watch this, because this is after they escaped from Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot's wife she turned into a pillar of salt. Now it was just him and his daughters. You know what I'm saying? So his daughters was like, yo, There's no women out here. How is our dad supposed to kind of receive?
Right.
Like, keep going. That's important.
After this happens,
Verse 31. And the firstborn said to the younger, our father is old, and there is
Nah, there we go. Go ahead.
and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth.
Go ahead.
Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him.
That's
Can
crazy.
he read that again, please?
Yeah, come hold on, stop it. Hold up, man.